Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we have a new model reveal. This one was teased yesterday. I wasn't really sure what it was, but it seems so obvious. It's an upgrade sprue. Yep, it looks like knights of all varieties are getting the Grey Knight treatment. I suppose they're knights as well. All 3 knight codexes. Your factions will all be the proud owners of a new upgrade sprue for a vehicle you've been able to buy for the last 5 years, probably longer. I don't know. Yeah, can you tell I'm not excited? I'm not into knights anyway. I don't really get it. I think that they look cool, really well painted knights, and like the Titan Owners Club and all of the Titans, when they're done well, they look incredible. They're nice kits regardless. Let's not get that wrong. But let's have a look at this reveal anyway, because you guys might be into it, and it might just be that I'm not a fan of knights. Chaos Knights revealed. Dark Flame and a Deadly Drill make the Knight Ruinator a hellacious headhunter. So this sounds like it's more of an assassin-y type knight with a big flamethrower and a drill. Rumor engine, I think we saw the flamethrower as well, but we saw the drill. It isn't Centurions. It seems like only yesterday we were staring in awe at the majestic new Knight Defender and its thrumming Void Shield. Oh, is that what they call it these days? But fans of big, stompy building crushers need not wait long before their next taste of the Titanic. The Chaos Knights won't let the attention pass them by. While their new Imperial rival is an honourable guardian, the new Knight Ruinator is anything but, and woe betide all who attract its bloodthirsty attention. You can see it there on the right hand side of the picture. First, let's take stock of the weapons. The Knight Ruinator packs a deadly Dark Flame Lance for its main ranged armament, so this is very much a close combat knight. A match for that awesome 3-barrel weapon on the Knight Tyrant, plus a pair of Terra Pulse missile launchers that hurl swarms of armor-piercing missiles big enough to burst a Space Marine. Now they sound fun. On the left, to nobody's surprise, with most Chaos Knights believing that having more than one decent gun is cowardice, is a vicious melee weapon called the Fellbore Giant Drill. I bet that is disgusting against just about everything in combat. So while I'm not enthusiastic about knights and the look of them, and they all kind of look the same to me, we talked about that on the video about the Imperial Knights. I think the Chaos Knights are cooler because they have more decoration, skulls and the chains and the ornamentation and the modification to their armor. I think the head is really cool. I know they've painted it bone. I would have loved it to have been painted like flesh, all gruesome, blood dripping, like they've just skinned something giant, or a patchwork of skin. It looks like with the cracks and things, you could make it like a patchwork of skin that they've just draped over the mechanical head. I quite like the ribcage. They do have minor little differences in their design to the Imperial Knights, but on the whole they're very mirror matched, aren't they? But of the Knight factions, excluding Grey Knights, the Stompy Knight factions, let's go with the Stompy Knight factions. I much prefer the Chaos stuff just because the Chaos aesthetic is something I can get on board with more. Does it look cool? Hell yeah, it looks cool. I just wouldn't want to ever build, paint and play with one. But that's the Knight Ruinator. This short-ranged arsenal singles out the Ruinators as dedicated brawlers. Pilots of these infernal machines single out a particular target for their ire at the start of the battle, hunting it down with murderous focus before butchering their victim and moving on to their next unfortunate plaything. I really like that as an idea for a knight. It just goes in, I'm gonna kill that little dude right there. That hero, he's gonna die. That tank, I'm having it. I think that's quite a cool rule, and I hope they do it justice. Rules for fielding your own Knight Ruinator alongside its equally appalling cousins can be found in the new Codex Chaos Knights, a haunting tome full of background lore, miniature galleries, and rules for these enormous Oathbreakers. If you've ever wondered why anybody would want to give up a cozy life of stomping around giant castles talking about family trees, and instead go out into the galaxy on a mad killing spree with their giant murder mech, you'll find your answers here. They've just answered it. It just sounds a cooler life. So that artwork, I don't know if this artwork is new or not. That knight looks awesome. Whichever knight that is, that looks awesome. With the tail as well. And I know that that's a model. I think it came out in 9th. And this might not be a new thing for knight artwork, but you actually have Chaos Space Marines. and then Terminators in the background. So is one of their detachments going to be that you can field them with Chaos Space Marines, or is this just representing the potential to ally them in like you can now with the existing Chaos detachment? A detachment that focuses on infantry and knights, and infantry providing shields and things, very much like we got with the Grotmus but with Space Marines, I think would be quite cool and probably quite durable. Much like their Imperial counterpart, the Chaos Knights have been split into 2 boxes, both of which can build a Knight Desecrator or a Knight Rampager, with one containing a new sprue, your upgrade sprue, for the Knight Ruinator, while the other can be assembled as a Knight Abominant. That must be the Knight Abominant. There will also be a set of data cards and dice to go with the release, as expected, so you can strut your stuff like a proper war-addled noble. Keep an eye on WarCom for more Imperial and Chaos Knights news as we get closer to release, including a close look at their new detachments. Guys, you're gonna have to let me know. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cooler than the Imperial one we saw last week, but generally this stuff just doesn't excite me. So I'm not super hyped and excited on this one. I apologise if my enthusiasm just isn't there. Not all of Warhammer sings to me. Don't get me wrong, I like this. As an idea, it's cool. The rules sound really interesting, and its role in a knight's army sounds really interesting. The fact that it's an upgrade sprue kinda sucks. We don't even know when this stuff's coming out. It's good that they're previewing it now. That makes me think that maybe the codexes are coming soon. We don't really know what's going on with any of the release stuff. It just seems so random. Like, Wood Elves and Thousand Suns have just been announced to go for pre-order at the weekend. It seems random. Very, very random. But the fact that they're teasing this stuff, one, makes me think that you're only going to get 1 upgrade sprue per knight army. Obviously they're splitting the boxes into 2, so you buy specific ones. But also, I think that this is close. And we know that knights on the whole were like delayed, they appeared then disappeared. I just think it's quite sad that as a faction, they're not. I think Chaos Knights got more of a rework last edition, didn't they get a new army box with the new stuff? But I just think it's sad that some factions are boiled down to, here's an upgrade sprue, that's all you're getting in this 3-year cycle. I think that's a shame. But I also don't know what you do with knights. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.